So let's have a look at our agenda. What are we actually going to be addressing? Well, first, we'll take a look at what is an order for sale, okay? And we'll take a detailed look at the order for sale document, the order as would be issued by the courts. So we'll have a look at its content and what it means and taking steps then to enforce that thereafter. We'll take some time and we'll look at obtaining a warrant or a writ of possession, depending on which court we're using our action in. A really important point when we take that step into actually obtaining and enforcing our order for sale. We'll then get into the actual physical bit of taking possession of a property and how we go about obtaining vacant possession, which is what the vast majority of people want when they're taking possession of a property. Of course, as we go through, we'll look at practical considerations as well. So taking vacant possession, whether or not we need bailiff and police involvement as well, and the steps we need to take when the property comes into our own possession and we then want to sell it on. And of course, then there'll be CPR, there'll be updated legislation, and we'll also talk about some recent case law updates so that we're all up to date and on the right path. So you're going to apply by submitting a standard request for warrant of possession of land. It's a form N325, and it's a really straightforward form. Okay, there's nothing taxing or complicated in there. You're going to have to provide the claimant's name and address, as well as, their details of contact, the name and address of the defendant. Okay, balance due details, less any payments perhaps that have been made, the date of the order for possession, and then a description of the land as it would have been set out in your original particulars of claim. The claimant must then file a certificate that the defendant and any other person, any other occupier has not given up possession of the property, and that certificate is incorporated in your form N325 anyway. So you would simply sign and date that. Like I say, you can make your application for a warrant without giving notice to the defendant. Okay, so you can do it without them knowing, and the occupiers don't need to know. You can press on.